Hello everyone, welcome to Qubit classes. In this video, we will solve problems on logarithms. So we will see the properties of the logarithms and based on the definition of a log and properties of the logarithms, we will solve the problems. Problem number 1. Show that log of root x to the base y into log of y cube to the base z into log of cube root of z squared equal to 1. We will solve this problem by showing that LHS is equal to RHS. If you look at the LHS closely, you'll notice two things. First is there are three terms and base of each term is different. Base of the first term is y, base of the second term is z, and base of the third term is x. So, and secondly, the term which is there whose log is being taken is root x y cube and cube root of z squared. So we will now use a property of logarithms which reads log of b raised to n to the base a is equal to n into log of b to the base a. So this gives us log of root x to the base y as 1 upon 2 log of x to the base y into 3 into log of y to the base z because we had y cube into 2 by 3 into log of z to the base x because cube root of anything is the number raised to 1 upon 3. Now there are three numbers here 1 upon 2, 3 and 2 by 3. So when you cancel this 2 and this 2 and this 3 in the numerator and 3 in the denominator, you will get 1. So on simplifying this, we get log of x to the base y into log of y to the base z into log of z to the base x. Now we will have to use the change of base property because there are three different bases here y, z and x. So we will use this property log of m to the base a is equal to log of m to the base b, which will be our new base, divided by log of a to the base b. Let us choose y as our base. So this will now become log of y to the base y divided by log of z to the base y into this will become log of z to the base y divided by log of x to the base y. Now this term log of x to the base y and this term they will get cancelled and these two terms. So we are now left with log of y to the base y, but log of anything to that base is equal to 1. So ultimately we are getting 1 which is equal to RHS. Hence we have shown that this entire expression is equal to 1. Let's move on to second problem. The second problem reads evaluate log of 12 upon 5 to the base 10 plus log of 25 upon 21 to the base 10 minus log of 2 by 7 to the base 10. Now we want to find a number which is the answer to this problem. Now note that there are three terms here and the base of each of these terms is 10. So we will try to combine these terms. For that we will need this property of logarithms, which is log of m to the base a plus log of n to the base a minus log of p to the base a is equal to log of m into n upon p to the base a. In this case a is 10, m is 12 upon 5, n is 25 by 21 and p is 2 by 7. So the given expression now becomes log of 12 upon 5 into 25 upon 21 divided by 2 by 7 to the base 10. This simplifies to log of 12 upon 5 into 25 upon 21 into 7 upon 2. We took the reciprocal of 2 by 7 to the base 10. Now this 5 and this 25 will give us 1 and 5. This 7 and this 21 will give us 1 and 3. And this 2 and this 12 in the numerator will give us 1 and 6. So on simplifying this, we will get 6 into 5 30 and 3 into 1 3, which is equal to log of 10 to the base 10. Now recall this property which we used in the previous problem. Log of a to base a is equal to 1. Therefore, log of 10 to the base 10 will be equal to 1. So this entire expression evaluates to 1. Let's move on to problem number 3. If log of x to the base 2 plus log of x to the base 4 plus log of x to the base 16 is equal to 21 upon 4, find x. Now in this case, there are 3 terms on the left hand side. Although the term whose logarithm is taken is same, which is x, the bases are different, 2, 4 and 16. So we will now again have to use the change of base property, which reads log of m to the base a is equal to log of m to the base b divided by log of a to the base b. Let us choose 2 as our common base. So log of x to the base 4 will now become log of x to the base 2 divided by log of 4 to the base 2, and the third term will become log of x to the base 2 divided by log of 16 to the base 2. Now 4 can be written as 2 raised to 2 and 16 can be written as 2 raised to 4. Now the denominators of these two terms will be further simplified, and for the simplification we will need two properties. The first one is log of b raised to m to the base a is equal to m into log of b to the base a, and log of a to the base a is equal to 1. So using the first property, I can write this term as 2 into log of 2 to the base 2, and I can write this term as 4 into log of 2 to the base 2. But log of 2 to the base 2 is equal to 1 because log of anything to the same base is equal to 1. Therefore, since this term is in the denominator, we will get 1 upon 2, and for this term we will get 1 upon 4. So 2 and 4 are these indices, 2 and 4. Now let us take this log of x to the base 2 common from these three terms. So in the bracket we are left with 1 plus 1 upon 2 plus 1 upon 4, which give us 7 upon 4. Now let us equate this with RHS, which is 21 upon 4. So log of x to the base 2 will now be 21 upon 4 into 4 by 7, which is 3. Now we know that the definition of logarithm is a raised to m is equal to b gives m as log b to the base a. So using this expression, we will try to find the value of x. So if you compare this expression with this, m is 3, x is b, and a is equal to 2. Therefore, b will be given by 2 raised to 3, which is equal to 8. Therefore, the value of x is 8. Let's move on to problem number 4. This requires knowledge of functions as well. So if f of x is log of 1 minus x, where x is in between 0 and 1, show that f of 1 upon 1 plus x is equal to f of 1 minus x minus f of minus x. So this problem is slightly complicated than the previous three problems, because to solve this problem you must know what a function is. Now I assume that you have some idea about functions. Now to start with the left hand side, this is a composite function. So 1 upon 1 plus x is itself a function. Let us call it g of x. So this is the property of composite functions. F of g of x is equal to f o g of x. So if f of x is log of 1 minus x, f of 1 plus 1 upon x will be log of 1 minus 1 upon 1 plus x. So wherever I have x in the expression of f of x, I will replace that x with 1 upon 1 plus x because I want to find f of 1 upon 1 plus x. Now let us simplify this. On making the denominators equal, we are left with 1 plus x minus 1 upon 1 plus x. So this one and this one will go and we will get log of x upon 1 plus x. Now by using this property, log of m upon n to the base a is equal to log of m to the base a minus log of n to the base a. I can write this as log of x minus log of 1 plus x. Now let us try to simplify the RHS. RHS is equal to f of 1 minus x minus f of minus x. We will again use the property of composite functions. So f of 1 minus x will be log of 1 minus into bracket 1 minus x, and f of minus x will be log of 1 minus minus x. On simplifying this, we will get log of x minus log of 1 plus x, which is equal to the simplified LHS. Hence we have successfully shown that the left hand side is equal to the right hand side and its value is log of x minus log of 1 plus x. Let's move on to problem number 5. Now in this case, we want to show that this logarithm log of 3 to the base 10 lies between two fractions 2 upon 5 and 1 upon 2, and we are not allowed to use the log tables. So we will use the properties of logarithms which we know to solve this problem. Now let's focus on the first two terms. Throughout this problem, we will be using this property. If log of b to the base a is greater than log of c to the base a, then b is always greater than c. So we will use this property twice, one for this part and another for this the second time for the second part. Consider 2 upon 5. I can write 2 upon 5 as 2 upon 5 into 1, which is also equal to 2 upon 5 into log of 10 to the base 10. We know this from the property of logarithms. Now, when if we know that log of b raised to m to the base a is equal to m into log of b to the base a, so this expression 2 by 5 into log of 10 to the base 10 will now become log of 10 to the power 2 upon 5 to the base 10. Now we will consider the numbers 3 and 10 raised to 2 upon 5. Note that we have successfully obtained 2 by 5 as a logarithm to the base 10. Let's raise powers of both these 3 and 10 raised to 2 by 5 to 5. 3 raised to 5 is 243 and 10 raised to 2 by 5 raised to 5 will be 10 raised to 2. This 5 and this 5 will be cancelled, which is equal to 100. Now clearly 243 is greater than 100. Therefore, by using this property, we can say that 2 upon 5 is less than log of 3 to the base 10. You can spend some more time on this explanation. So we have proved the first part. Now let's try to prove the second part. Let's start with 1 upon 2. As we did for 2 by 5, let us write 1 upon 2 as 1 upon 2 into log of 10 to the base 10, which is equal to log of root of 10 to the base 10. Now consider these two numbers, 3 and root 10. So we have successfully written 1 upon 2 in logarithmic form. Let's square both the sides. Squaring 3 will give us 9 and squaring root of 10 will give us 10. And clearly 9 is less than 10. Therefore, log of 3 to the base 10 is less than 1 upon 2, which is the second part of the problem. Okay, let's move on to another problem. If a squared is equal to b cube equal to c raised to 4 equal to d raised to 5, show that log of b into c into d to the base a is equal to 47 upon 30. Now, uh, the problem will become simpler if we somehow manage to write b, c, and d in terms of a using the data given in the problem. So, if a squared equal to b cube, I can write b as a raised to 2 upon 3. Similarly, I can write c as a raised to 2 upon 4, which is square root of a. And I can write d as a raised to 2 upon 5. Now let us put these values in terms of a in the LHS, which gives us log of a raised to 2 by 3 into a raised to 1 upon 2 into a raised to 2 upon 5 to the base a. Now we'll use this property. We have previously used this. Log of a raised to m to the base a is equal to m. Now we have actually combined two properties here. So on simplifying, I can write this as 2 by 3 into log of a to the base a. I can write this term as 1 upon 2 into log of a to the base a, and you can write this as 2 upon 5 into log of a to the base a. Now this is equal to 1. We know that. So left hand side now becomes 2 by 3 plus 1 upon 2 plus 2 by 5. On taking the LCM, which is 30, these three fractions when we add give us 20 plus 15 plus 12 upon 30, which is equal to 47 upon 30, which is equal to RHS. So we have shown that log of BCD or B into C into D to the base A is equal to 47 upon 30. I hope you understood the properties of the logarithms and how they are used. If you want more, please like and subscribe to our channel, Qubit Classes. Thank you.